Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously. Create dozens of quick lists. Display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Swing Trading Show. Today we're Thursday, September 10th, 2015. The question bar is open, folks, so if ever you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Today we have a market situation that I would say, how could I say? It's a market situation where at opening we had a decline. Finally we had a slight surge, but we're still unable to confirm a clear direction. So far compared to yesterday, the downward trend that started yesterday has not been reversed. Yesterday, I've shared with you a list of some bearish ETF, the most active bearish ETF. I think if you have opened some of those bearish ETF, you should not panic, especially in the energy sector, because before the show started, I've talked about a chronicle on the energy sector. Oil so far remains the most volatile the energy sector remains the most volatile sector. We have here oil that with an attempt to break down this former support, but finally got back up, but continues to be stuck within a neutral range there. So it's tough to determine what's going to be the next direction. Is it going to be the oil supply? Is it going to be the next move by Saudi Arabia or by the OPEC members? If we take a look at the energy sector here, yesterday it started a timid bearish cycle. Today we're having a rebound. I know that yesterday what we recommended on Market Gurus.tv as an analyst choice was that stock here, SES, Secure Energy Services. It was recommended as a short yesterday. It's still among our analyst choice, and the reason why we continue to hold on to that stock is simply because it has not yet reversed its downward trend. So the rebound today on the energy sector was not enough to be able to close those short positions or the breakdowns that happened on the energy sector. There was also an attempt to start a bearish cycle in the US on the energy sector. Actually, we still put it into a bearish cycle even with the slight rebound, because we still believe that today's rebound is not enough to be able to put it into a new neutral cycle. So there have been some stocks, for instance, like Schlumberger, a major cap that broke down but finally got back up. So really during the day, what's going to be important is to see what is the energy sector going to do. Can the energy sector go below 168? If it does go below 168, that would be good for either the bearish ETF or either new short position. And in terms of the entry point for day trading, again, it will be higher than 171. Have there been some stocks that have been active on the energy sector on this rally? Yes, they have been. I want to show you here some stocks. We had a stock like CRC on New York that gave us really some clear entry points. It was recommended on marketgurus.tv since opening, so you had a clear entry point here, another one there, and since then you had to take some profit at those tops. And here at 347, it became kind of clear that it was a moment to take some profit, because at 347, if we take a look at the stochastics, we had an overbought stochastics here. But the thing is, we made a higher top compared to this one here, while the stochastics was lower. So that was clearly confirming that the wave of buyers was fading. So this was a clear moment to take some profit if you got in here or there on a CRC. Another stock too, sorry, that has been really active is MPO, but it has not been as clear in terms of the entry point and the intraday chart, because it's not as liquid, I would say, as other stocks. Only 479 shares being traded. So you had two entry points on a stock like MPO. Now MPO, it's a stock I think that should continue to be watched. We see that the target is 743 until this 100-day moving average. So that's where the stock could go. Why is it bullish? It's because we have the 10-day that is above the 30-day moving average. It's also above the 50-day moving average, which corresponds to a base of support. And we see that 100-day moving average is around 756. So far, we have a stochastic that is showing us that a wave of buyers is coming. We could have the reversal of this downward trend on the stochastics. That will confirm that this will be a clear entry point higher than 670. So 670 for a target of 740. That's going to be the target. If you got in here or there, whenever you make a new breakout higher than 670, that needs to trigger a profit-taking opportunity on a stock like MPO. Concerning the gold sector, we have a sector that stays totally flat, totally neutral. And after the first segment, we're going to take a look at some news, some earnings that some companies have released. But really, overall, it remains a market that are kind of calm. And don't forget that next week, we're going to have the Fed decision concerning the rate hike or not. And most voting members, according to the article that we just released yesterday, say that they want to maintain the status quo, just like the Central Bank of England did today. So the Central Bank of England kept the status quo, maintained its rate unchanged. Inflation in China is rising. Right now it's around 2%, which is something that's good because we need inflation to go back up. Also, we have the mass unit orders in Japan, one of the biggest drop. It's minus 3.6%. There's still a lot of weakness in domestic demand for the services sector. On the Canadian side and the American side first, and let's start with the American side here. We got Apricus that they will start to develop some drug with Allergan. Allergan is not moving. Seagate Technology, they announced that they will announce a restructuring plan. So they will get rid of they will lay off 2% of their workforce. Conway is being acquired by XPO Logistics. This is why the stock is a clear breakdown today. They're buying Conway for $3 billion. Lumenpulse, they released their earnings. They did good for Lumenpulse, but still investors have not rushed to get into that stock. Hudson Bay, the thing in the Hudson Bay is that last quarter they made a loss. This quarter they made a profit. So this was interesting for them. Now you see here we have a lot of congestion here. So it's not a buy, because the thing is we still have this downward trend that is maintained. And you see at 25, this is the point where you're going to have a pause on a stock like Hudson Bay. So we could actually expect first a stabilization phase, and then the reversal of this downward trend higher than $25. That will be a buy only if the stock could stabilize for 2-3 days there. But so far it's not a buy. Dollarama, strong earnings. Dollarama was a clear breakout here on September 8th. It was recommended on Market Gurus TV as a breakout. Really one of the best performer. The thing with Dollarama is that they have products of different prices, and the $3 items actually have generated more sales compared to the $1 item, which is something that's good for Dollarama, because they get higher margins on those products that cost higher, that are more expensive. I mean, so definitely a pretty nice performance for Dollarama. It's kind of getting too late right now. Now, Descartes System released their earnings in line with estimates. The stock stays flat, and Altius Minerals also released their earnings. They made a loss. Orbit, a slight breakout in orbit, but look, all this resistance there at 26 cents. So the stock has been unable to break it. They sent some samples of high purity alumina to some customers, and Sun Life, they acquired a company. They acquired a division of a company which is Assurant. So it's the employees benefits division. So this with this merger, with this division they acquired, that they will be the sixth biggest insurer in the U.S. So Sun Life, it's a clear breakout. We also published an article on the banks, saying how banks are cheap. Of course, it's an opinion of an analyst, but I advise you all to also take a look at that article. It's only in French, though. So those of you who speak French, go to our Facebook page. You'll be able to see that. For me, Sun Life, I'm bullish on Sun Life. I definitely love that stock. I think it's a great buying opportunity with this acquisition that they just did. So clear breakout on Sun Life. Yes, it's a buy. $41 as an exit point. And Suncor, the CEO said that they have $5 billion in cash, and they're willing to spend it towards acquiring new companies. So really the wave of buying of big companies onto small companies, it's something that we could expect on the energy sector, but I think we definitely need to see some breakout on oil, at least oil to come and get out of this neutral range, though. I think that will actually be a trigger that could make more companies like Suncor to increase their buying of other companies. Now, we have some questions from Lynn here. Lynn bought Aria at 928. Okay, so you bought it here. Okay, had news about it. Should I keep it? Thank you. Well, you bought it in the news, Lynn, so of course, you know, stock that's moving in the news, surging like that. I don't know why you have not taken some profit. You bought at 928. Yeah, well, $10 you could have taken some profit, but could have said maybe the stock could go higher. So it was a tough decision. Now the stock is stabilizing. Should you get out of it? No, I would say no. The thing is, on that stock, what I'm seeing right now, I see a lot of congestion with the moving average there. The stock stays neutral. We still have a higher bottom, sorry, on the MACD, a higher bottom here on the stochastics. So it's a hold. But if it goes below 750, you get out on that stock on Arad Pharmaceuticals. It's frustrating, but you hold into that stock for so long, and I think that definitely, even if it goes below 750, even if there's a big loss potential compared to your paid price, but that's the risk, that's the name of the game on a stock like the healthcare sector. It's unfortunate that you didn't get rid of it at $10, but if you're still holding on to it, so far the stock is stabilizing, but below 750, goodbye.
Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show.
So welcome back, folks. We have another question here from Lynn. Thompson Creek, is it a good buy? Is it good to buy the stock? Well, Thompson Creek, I don't know what's the recent news in this company, but let me tell you the things that I don't like with Thompson Creek. First, I'm looking at the 522 stochastics overbought situation. So this wave of buyers, though, might be short-lived. So I don't think the stock could go as high as it could. Second thing I don't like, the 933 stochastics. Same thing, overbought situation. So when both stochastics 522, 923 are showing an overbought situation, for me it's something that should make us be worried. Third thing, there's still that downward trend that is there on that stock. Now, those are all negative things for Thompson Creek. Stochastics 522, stochastics 923, and this downward trend that has not been reversed. But the thing that are positive on a stock like that is that we are at the point where the 10-day in red could cross the 30-day moving average, and buying the stock right now, the downward trend is around 70 cents, and we know that there's at least some room to go. So from 62 cents to 70 cents, at least there's a 5% on that. There's even more than 5% from 62 to 70 cents. So in terms of that, there's a possibility, I would say, to day trade that stock. So what I would do, if you eyeing Thompson Creek Metals, I think you should day trade that stock. So which means that the only time I would feel comfortable to buy Thompson Creek Metals, that's only and only if I could see the stock, let's say, breaking 64 cents or 63 cents. And during the day, make sure that I take some profits quickly whenever I make a 5 or 6%. Now, you could be lucky and the stock could just surge again and reach 70 cents. And you know, at this point, you're going to have to close totally that position. Close totally that position is at 70 cents and wait for the stock to stabilize for at least 2-3 days, right? And then when the stock goes above 70 cents, that would be a new breakout. But I think that the fact that the stock is overbought, I could expect a pause on that stock, but there's a risk that the stock could also pursue its rally towards 70 cents. I don't want you to miss that opportunity, and this is why I think the less risky way to do that is to day trade that stock. So buy it during the day. If you make 5 or 6%, take some profit, and you know that at 70 cents you close totally that positions, you take the cash, wait for the stock to stabilize, and then the new breakout, use that cash, buy the stock again around higher than 70 cents. So that is my strategy on a stock like Thompson Creek. But it's a nice stock that you found here, Lynn. Now, NPH. Is it a buy at 45 cents? Well, it was a buy at 45 cents. Yes, indeed. Now the stock is having a correction. So, I don't know. It's a stock that's having a correction today. So for me, it's tough to give an opinion. I don't know if this is going to be a top of an upward corridor that could bring the stock lower. So for me, I don't know. It could be a false signal, you know, and I cannot have an opinion on a stock like that. I cannot read it really properly. The indicators are not showing me enough to be able to give you anything on a stock like Nova Pharmaceuticals. So for those reasons, yes, it was put in a breakout on MarketGurus.tv yesterday, but right now I don't know if this is going to be the top of an upward corridor or if the stock is going to stop there, because it's not clear, even in terms of the volume, even in terms of the stochastics, it's not clear. So I don't know, for a stock like that, for me, I cannot give you an opinion, Gaston. Sorry for that. I can't read that stock. Now, the trend favors the bearish or bullish market. Well, the trend favors a neutral market so far. So the trend, yes, it's still bearish, but look at this. On all indices, even if we still have this bearish trend, we're still neutral, which means that nothing says that we cannot break out this resistance and reverse this downward trend. That will be bullish then, if ever this happens on the indices. So definitely right now, there's nothing that could allow us to predict what's going to be the next market direction. As we believe, we think that the thing that's going to trigger the new cycle in the market on the upside or on the downside will be the next week decision of the Fed members. So this is something that's really important to watch. We published an article yesterday on the show showing you that most voting members vote for the status quo, but right now it's a question we consistently ask ourselves on MarketGurus.tv, and this is one of the reasons why within this neutral range, even if we have recommended some analyst choice on MarketGurus.tv, all of them have been half positions, because we want to remain cautious, not opening full positions when markets are so neutral right now and cannot confirm any new cycle, any clear cycle. So this is my answer to your question. So folks, I wish you all a good trading. Today there's some few breakdowns I want to share with you folks. So those are the best breakdowns throughout the indices. This is the list that you can see here. I don't know if you can show my screen. Thank you. And I also want to share with you the day trade of the day. It's a Canadian company, Bombardier. Didn't give a lot of entry points, but I just wanted to highlight here how strong the stock have been since they rejected the offer to be bought by a Chinese company. The Chinese company wanted to buy their railway units for $7 billion. So you had 2-3 entry points on a stock like that, but mostly the entry point was yesterday on Bombardier. If you didn't take some profits yesterday, today it's more than enough to take some profit with a 15% increase. So this has been the most active day trade of the day, and since this morning it was on MarketGurus.tv. So I wish you all a good trading, and see you tomorrow on the Swing Trading Show on DecisionPlus.com.